Well, here I am this morning. The weather has improved somewhat. I'm out for a walk with young Ben, the pesky Jack Russell. Eh? What are you saying? We're going for a walk somewhere over by those trees there. That's Cathpair farm. That lake used to be a fish farm many moons ago, but it was more, I think, on this side. But we're going for a walk up to Old Cathpair. The farm you can see up there is Mitchelson Farm. So he's having a good sniff, and we're probably about halfway up the hill to the top, and then we cut through top end of that dike and then go through the gap in the trees. So come on in, rascal, come on in. Well, that's us pretty much at the top of the hill, so that's the start point down there, and we've come up. You see the wind turbines twiddling away merrily there, not keeping my bills down by any stretch of the imagination. And the village of Stow is over that way. So, dog's looking for attention. Are you looking for attention, are you? Hey? Are you looking for attention? Hey? Whoops, started falling over. I'm not a ballet dancer, obviously. So, we're going to go up this path, aren't we? Hey? I can feel my lungs anyway. I do have a bit of a cold, but I'm assured it's not COVID-19, so that's a good thing. And if the sun stays like this, it's not very warm, it's about 7 degrees centigrade. I'm going to see about getting the other side of the brakes done on my little Suzuki Alto. But the wind should be drying out any dampness in the grass. Or are you whinging? What are you whinging for? Hey, what are you whinging for? Hey, you like a good whinge, don't you? And one thing that will stop him whinging is one of these little treats. Do you want a treat? Let's get a treat now. Oh, that didn't last long, did it? That didn't last long at all. I don't think you even tasted it. Did you? Just came to the side to let the dog out the way of the John Deere tractor. It seems to be moving logs, and well, one's been dropped off here. So this is what remains of the Farm Steading, where Old Cathpair used to be. I'll do a bit more video when I get further along. Here we are. Most of this has been demolished now. The dog is hearing wind going through those bales, making a noise. So he's bringing out his instincts, barking at it. So this bit is still standing to some extent, but I don't think it's going to be here for much longer. Probably wouldn't recommend going through that doorway. And then, obviously they're storing logs up here. Hopefully you can hear with the wind. In this area, when I was a kid, there used to be the main farmhouse. I don't know at what point they demolished the farmhouse, but as you can see, there's not much of it left. Yeah, it's all mostly gone now, apart from a pile of rubble. And then we're just going to go up to some of the cottages up this track here. The old tree trunk that donated itself to form that lintel. Hey, what are you whinging at now? Hey? So, we're going up the road here. Some pheasant squawking about in the background there. There's a reference point for you, the wind farm there. So, come on then, let's go up this bit then. Come on then. Oh, he's full of enthusiasm. Hopefully you can hear this without all the wind going over whatever I say. There's plenty of ventilation in that old cottage. Well, here's the old cottages. The dormer windows have certainly imploded or fallen in on the roof section. Oh, there's my pal whinging. Are you whinging? So, over there is the wind farms near Oxton, and down in this area is Mitchelson Farm, and over in this direction that's the existing Cathpair farm, and down there is where we've come from, Old Cathpair or Little Cathpair. All these trees are fairly recent. But anyway, let's have a look and see what there is in the old cottages. Come on then. Coming off the track, and this is what you see at the back end. They're presumably the old kitchens. Dormer's still kind of holding on there. Are you whining again? From what I understand, these cottages were still in use as a holiday cottage in the 1980s. I'll need to ask one of my pals that lived up there before at that time period, see what he has to say. So yeah, there's no panes of glass left there. There's a tree growing in there. Most of upstairs has disappeared, I see. Plenty nettles. Yeah, some funky wall coverings there. Yeah, I think there's a bit of an issue with dampness at the back there. Some sort of nests. Yeah, it's a bit of a renovation. That's presumably part of the dormer windows that's fallen down through the joists, and that'll be the stairway to heaven. Certainly open plan view. So this is the view from your doorstep. Let's see if the neighbours are in. Hello, is there anybody in? Can I borrow a cup of sugar, please? So the fireplace presumably has been removed. The floorboards are well and truly rotted, and there's not much left of the floorboards upstairs. Oops. Oh, you're having a pee. So in here, well, the joists have rotted through. The water tank's just hanging on. Well, you can definitely see what's happened there. But there's a little stove there. That's obviously through the kitchen. Presumably went through the kitchen there. And then, as I say, the floorboards are all rotted to hell. The joists are hanging on. And yeah, I don't think anybody would be staying in here without a significant amount of renovation work. Come on then, Ben. Come on. Now, let's see. Would you like a treat? Oh, is there a treat here for you? Come on then. Come and get a treat. Come on then. Come and get a treat. Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's better. Oh, that's a lot better, isn't it? Right, come on, let's go round the side. Right. I have to admit, I'm quite peckish myself. Come on. No, it doesn't want to play. Not too happy there. Come on. Let's get you a treat. Come on. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, there you go. Right, come on. Oh, you're having a pee, are you? Or are you getting stung? Right. Go around the back here and have a little bit of a bogle. So, well, there's the cooking facilities. Christ almighty. It's all a bit dubious. Well, I think the back kitchen has got a bit of a problem. Yeah, I think I've seen enough of that. I think next door will be just as bad. Looks like there's maybe a little aga or something in there, or some sort of cooker. But yep, it's had it's seen better days. Let's get back out, hopefully in one piece. It's ready for Christmas, that one. Just need some fairy lights on it. But yeah, back to nature. Other side, sort of northern side of the cottage. The dog's starting to yelp now, so I think I'm going to take him back. He's only 14 weeks old, so time for him to go back and get some lunch. See, all this forestry is fairly recent, and then the track obviously goes further up to the hill there. But myself and the dog, we're going to head over this way, so we're going to go down this path, through the Steading, down to the Craigend road, past Craigend farm and back into Stow. Well, it seems to be in a better mood now. Back through the Steading. I'll say one thing about him, he's very good at walking to the heel. Don't even need to tell him. Well, that's through the Steading now, down this fairly gentle slope. The dog's still quite happy. Tail seems to be up. Cocky little strut there. Are we talking about you? He's becoming a little bit of a tough guy now. As soon as he hears something bark, he runs back to be beside me and then yelps as if he's a tough guy. He obviously likes the backup from the pack. But He's a wee feardy, really, aren't you? You're just a wee feardy. Here we go. It's now the most steep slope down to Craigend Road. So the village is over that way, about 90 degrees from here roughly. I'm not sure what's growing in that field. Don't know if it's kale, might be kale. But anyway, it's all the way downhill now from this way onwards. Funny, you'll see the dogs right beside me. There's resonance from the gate due to the wind coming through, making a kind of eerie sound. He comes running to me, little chicken. You're a wee feardy, aren't you? So I say we're about a third of the way down this track. This is the currently operating Cathpair farm. Years ago when we were kids, just behind the trees up in the corner there. One of my pals lived there. We used to have some good nights there when we were kids on the CB radios. It's reasonably high up here, so you could get a hell of a distance with the old CB radios when we were youngsters. And his mum was an absolutely fantastic baker, and you were always very pleased when you were asked, "Gavin, would you like to stay for dinner?" It's like, "Oh yes, please." But anyway, that's a long time ago now, when the farm was owned by a guy called Dawson. I don't know who owns it now, but I believe it's an Irish chap. I think he was actually driving that John Deere tractor that came past with the logs. But I don't know his name, but I think it's an Irish concern now. This is Craigend Road, so that's the way you would go to Cathpair Farm or Mitchelson Farm over there. Where is he? He's there. So that's the track that takes you up to the top, and then this is the road back to the village. Craigend Road. Next stop will be Craigend Farm. Well, this is the bend that you go around, and then you go down the hill. Right in front there in the middle is Craigend Farm, and then there's the village of Stow. Up there you'll see the wind turbines. That's the road up there going to Lauder. And if you look back up the road, roughly in the middle of the screen, you might see a white house peeking out the trees. That's the one that we used to stay in and have fun on the CB radios many moons ago in the early 80s. So now it's down the road into the village. Get the kettle on, well, get the boots off, get the kettle on, and then think about doing the brakes on the passenger side of the Suzuki Alto. So anyway, hope you're all having a lovely day, because I'm sweating my buns off because I've got a fleece on and a jacket, so it's a bit toasty.